you've done. And Jesus said, all right. You know, he was like, you see the tree? They said, yeah. He said, you see the birds? You know? He was like, they said, yeah. He said, you think that their life to the Creator is equal to yours? So here it is, if the birds, they got a nest, they got food, the Creator provided that for them, that they have a nest and food and everything like that. You as, you know, a child of God, a human, you know what I'm saying? Would you think he would do less for you? And the whole narrative, a lot in the scriptures, is that that's where we go wrong at. The cares of the world. You know what I'm saying? Instead of keeping in the forefront that, oh, this is all about that relationship with you and the Creator. Whatever's going to be given to you is going to be given. What is not going to be given to you is not going to be given. You know, but
whatever's for you is for you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? No man can give you what God doesn't have in store for you. And no man can take away from you what God has in store for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
Yeah. So the state of hip hop, where you think it's gonna end up at? You know, we have from our generation, we have seen the levels of it changes. It is is there even a positive message left in it anymore? You know, I mean, and I know that, yeah, you have positive rappers that's out there that you never heard of. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That you know. So
we may not have heard of them, but there are some. I mean, what was the kid in Philly, right? I think he got murdered or whatever. All he did was positive stuff. You know, there's the kid he was in Atlanta. New dude, JID. He's positive. You know, there's a lot of them out there that's coming up. New positive. You know, artists. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not getting the spin. No.
Well, you know, they're not getting the spins, but you know, who knows? They're streaming. I don't know, but who knows? Their followings as well. But you know, JID, he's hot. Yeah,
JID.
Yeah, I don't know if he came out of Jermaine Dupri's camp, whatever, but I know he's down in Atlanta. He's nice, man. You know, Coast Contra, LA. You know, Razzcars twin sons. They nice. They conscious. So, and they super nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. So just a wave, man. I mean, it'll come back. History repeats itself. It'll come back. The younger generation, probably our kids, they'll probably have that. They'll probably have that heavy flow of conscious hip hop. You know, it comes back around. Nothing's new under the sun. You know, and now that hip hop is so-called turned 50 years old, you know, we got the rest of infinity to go. So it's gonna repeat itself. The history of hip hop is gonna repeat itself. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna probably miss that generation, but there's gonna be a Public Enemy. There's gonna be matter of fact, speaking of, I was getting ready to say there's gonna be a De La Soul. Kwame got a new album out. He's conscious, you know. It reminds me of De La Soul at time, but Kwame, yeah, he got a new album out. He's always been positive.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
Yeah.
I think one of the jobs that we have and responsibility is, to definitely educate the youth, and you know, try to somehow prevent them from making some of the mistakes that we made. So one of the things that I like to do, because no one gets how important this is, and if we all exercise what I'm about to do in your own life, and you will see some benefit from it. So if you can, I'm going to ask you a two-part question. If you can go back to your 30-year-old self, what is the message? And if you could go back to your 18-year-old self, what is the message?
If I go back to my 30-year-old self, the message would be think bigger. That would be the message to my 30-year-old self. Think bigger. I was thinking big at 30, but I should have been thinking bigger. I should have been thinking impossible. Because where I'm at right now in my life, a lot of people would say that's impossible. You feel me? So now you said the second part was going back to my 18-year-old self. My 18-year-old self would have probably said, don't think being a square is whack. That's what I would have told my 18-year-old self. Don't think being a square is whack. Don't think being a square is a sucker.
I ask you that because for those out there that just understood how deep that was, maybe y'all would catch it. You know what I'm saying? Because the 30-year-old out there is you. The 18-year-old out there is you. And that message that you will have for yourself is the message that they just received. You know what I'm saying? It's the message that hopefully, this platform, they say V20, they say most of our viewers are from 25 to 50. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you just gave, some guys out there that, need to, a message from their older self. You know what I'm saying? To their younger self, hey, this is what it is. I think that we need to do that more often. I definitely want to start something where I start talking to this, like my dad, my old dad. He's like 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to everybody like that right now. I want to do, because we are so much overlooking their testimony. And now that we have gotten older, I'm like, damn, so in 20 years, nobody gonna even want to know? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the dumbest thing ever,